What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color. And on today's episode, we're taking a look at SUNLU's PETG in Magenta. Now, usually I would have some unboxing and go over how we dry our filament, but that footage got lost, so we're just going to go straight in with the Benchy. So as you know, here at Legal Automations, we always start out by printing in the generic settings for that particular filament in Bamboo Studio, which in this case is PETG. And next up, we ended up slicing. Should take a little over an hour. So we'll get that done and printed, as well as all the other test prints, and I'll see you shortly. Alright, so we got those test prints printed out. And we start out with the Benchy printed in generic settings. Everything looks good here. A little bit of stringing there at the bottom. And again, I apologize because I don't have the unboxing video. One of the things I do like about SUNLU, though, is that they have some reusable spools. So, you know, you can save a little bit of money if you refill them. Anyway, this is the Benchy. As you can see, there's a little bit of stringing on the back end there. We're going to see, and in the portholes there, or the holes, windows, I don't know what they're called. So we're going to see about trying to fix some of that, as well as a couple of other minor details there. Next up, we have the dimensional cube. This is printed in vase mode. It's 40 by 40 by 40 millimeters cubed. It helps us gauge if there's any issues with VFAs or anything wrong with the printer, and everything looks pretty good for this particular filament. So next up, we have the temp tower. And for the temperature tower here, the best one by the looks of it is probably 240, maybe 245, but basically somewhere in between there. Very little globbing, no stringing, nothing like that. Should be able to print out pretty well. Next up, we have the retraction test, and no real issues with the retraction test, no stringing, nothing like that. Next up, we have the max volumetric speed test, and this one printed very well at 28 millimeters per second cubed. No real issues there. It's pretty good for that in that regard. There was some cracking, but that's just when I came off the build plate. Next up, we have the overhang test. This one turned out perfectly. Again, though, pretty much anything over 70, I would recommend having supports enabled, just in case, especially if you're working with any finer detail work or anything like that. Alright, so we got those settings dialed in, and we reprinted the Benchy in a modified thing, and it turned out perfect. No real issues as far as I can tell. So at time of filming, this was less than $19 over on Amazon, for SUNLU. Again, pretty good product. But yeah, you can pick that up over there. Anyway, this has been SUNLU's Magenta PETG. I'm a pretty good fan of this. It's good for the price. It's good reusable, that kind of thing. It does build up over time with the reusable spools. So if you're working with that, highly recommend getting refills rather than buying a new spool over and over and over and over again. Anyway, if you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the nice YouTube things, ring that bell, all that stuff. It does help the channel. I'm a relatively new channel. Anyway, this has been Higgins with Legal Automations. I hope to see you on the next review, and be kind to each other. Thanks.